Well, hello YouTubers. My name is KRYPTCK and today I will be giving you a detailed how-to on killing Terramorphous the Invincible. Now, this is no small task if you don't have the right equipment. Now, with the right equipment, this is quite an easy task actually. If you do use the system I'm going to lay out right now and the gear I'm going to recommend that you use right now, you're going to have about a 99% success rate on farming Terramorphous. Okay, so you're going to want to load up your main character. Now, your main character should be level 50, because if he's not level 50, you're not going to be able to kill this guy, because he's just that tough. Anyhow, so load up your main character, level 50, of course, and it doesn't really matter if you're on playthrough 1 or playthrough 2, but you have to have finished the main campaign on whichever playthrough you're loading up. So I'm going to go ahead and load up my playthrough 2 right now, True Vault Hunter mode, and I'm not quite on level 2.5, because I still have main... story quests, not really story quests, but the side quests, you know what I'm talking about, active. So you don't actually hit playthrough 2.5 until you've finished everything in the game. And then all of the enemies in the areas you run into will be level 50 plus. Anyhow, so I'm on level playthrough 2, and I'm going to run out through the Thousand Cuts area here and get to Terramorphous's little lair. Now, for those of you who have never tried this, what you're going to do is you're going to fast travel the Thousand Cuts, and there'll be the bandit encampment there. Basically, Thousand Cuts is a huge bandit encampment, right? But when you start off running straight ahead of the spawn point, there's basically two ways you can go. And you're going to go to the way towards the right. And there'll be some vending machines on the right, and buzzards will come in and be shooting at you, pow, 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 or whatever. And there'll be one way where you keep going to meet the Slab King, and there's another less known area over to the left. Now, if you go the way over to the left, which is the way that we're going to go, there's a series of stairs that lead down to a small cave area. Now, inside the cave area is actually where the entrance to Terramorphous's lair is. Now, when you go down the stairs and you go into the cave, there'll be a couple of big dudes with the shields. You just fucking kill them, don't really matter. So you kill them, you kill the midgets that spawn out in there too, and there's a little stick thing that you place 4 iridium squares on. So you place down your iridium, the big boulders go and they open, and then there's a travel window there to Terramorphous Peak. Alright, so let's talk gear. Now, you're going to need a very specific loadout to do this well. Alright, now, the first thing that you're going to want to use is the B shield. There it is, the B shield. Now, if you notice, the B shield is an amp shield. Does a significant amount of amp damage, but the amp shot drain is 0. And what that means, folks, is that every time you shoot it, you don't lose any shields for shooting it. So as long as your shields are at 100%, you're going to deal amp damage. Alright, the next piece of equipment I highly recommend is this little guy right here, the Deputy's Badge. Now the Deputy's Badge gives you a bump to both shotgun damage and reload speed. So it's like having stopping power and sleight of hand in one little thing. The last item is the Conference Call. The Conference Call is a medium-powered level 50 shotgun, but it is imperative that you have this weapon for fighting Terramorphous. And I'll show you in a second, but take a look at the damage ratios here. Now, on the right, we have Sledge's shotgun, which does an assload of damage compared to the Conference Call. But it's not the Conference Call, and it doesn't have the same features that the Conference Call has. The Conference Call is just indispensable, and I'll show you why here in a second. Did you see that shit? Okay, what the Conference Call does, it fires one load straight forward, one load to the right, and one load to the left into the aim area from outside the screen. Now, you might be thinking that that's kind of cheese dick, and yes, it is cheese dick, but that's the point. This is a very cheese dick shotgun, but it is awesome for this. All right, now, if you look at my skill trees here, I have the Commando, and I'm using the Slayer of Terramorphous class mod. Now, I have my skill tree set up to give me maximum benefit from that class mod. And what that means is I have made sure that I take at least one skill point in every area that it offers to bump my skill levels at. So I'll put out another video later about setting up a really good soldier classes and all that mess. So now we're going to go kill Terramorphous. So you're going to run across the little bridges, you're going to drop down on the little doors, and the big gate's going to swing open, and in front of you will be this giant friggin' horn. Okay, so you run over to the horn, you blow it, and I'm going to let you watch the cinematic little bit here where Terramorphous comes out in case you haven't seen it yet. Okay, so now we get to kill Terramorphous the Invincible. And if you're using a Commando, here's what I want you to do. Throw out a turret there, and throw out another turret and the other side of his hole there. This will distract the crap out of him, and he probably won't even hit you. Then just start shooting the crap out of him with the conference call and the B. And within seconds, he will be dead. Dead, dead, dead. Alright, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, my name is KRYPTCK, and this is just about the end of the video. But before you go, I want to discuss two things. First is where to find the conference call. Now, the interwebs say the conference call can be found as an uncommon and rare loot drop from the enemy known as the Warrior, also known as the final boss of the main campaign. Now, the B shield can be farmed from Hunter Hellquist in the Arid Nexus Boneyard, and you have to have finished the quest this just in for him to be there to farm. Now, do you want to know where KRYPTCK got the B shield and the conference call from? A very good friend of mine went ahead and duplicated them for me, because he had them duplicated for him from them, and it's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. Anyhow, so if you want these items, I will be more than happy to duplicate them to you, but I want something in return here. I am on the lookout for an ASHIN Shield. That's the type of shield that adds health. And I wanted to add an exuberant amount of health, about 15,000 or so, and have a very high shield rate, so at least 55,000 shield. But here's the really important part. It must have an extremely high recharge rate, and the recharge delay must be 0. Now, the only items I've actually seen like this are the new pearlescent items that the Gearbox just released, and they're very rare. Not a lot of people have them, and they cost a lot of those stupid crystals you only get by killing Hyperius the Invincible and Master G the Invincible. But if you have one, if you had someone dupe one for you, and you got one just laying around, or you happen across one, or whatever, and you want a B shield and a conference call like the ones I have, shoot me a message, send me an invite, something along those lines, and I will dupe them for you in trade for that shield. Thank you, YouTube. Have a great day. Goodbye.